As we start our second week of preparation towards our Marian consecration, I just wanted to remind you something I said on one of the introductory videos, which is to not be discouraged. If you're seeing this video, you've come so far, which means that you've seen at least the first 7 videos, you've read the first week, Father Michael Gately's book, so you're doing good. Maybe you already had some laybacks, you missed a day or two, or maybe that's still to happen. But I just want to remind you, do not be discouraged. Keep it up. Maybe if you don't have a practice of prayer and setting time apart for the Lord in your everyday schedule, it's not difficult to imagine that maybe there are days when it was difficult. Do it because you're just not used to it, because sometimes we become lazy and we say, oh, we'll do it later, and then you realize you never did it. Or maybe you just had a very tough day and you just couldn't. But that's no reason to stop this. Do not fall into the temptation of saying, oh, I'm not doing it. All right, I'll just do it another time. I would really encourage you to keep on, keep it up, make up the lost days and continue with this preparation. So we've finished with Grignon of Montfort's teachings. Actually, as we've talked in the beginning, Grignon of Montfort inspires all the Marian consecrations. So all of the other saints that come after him, all the Marian saints, have started with the Marian consecration of Montfort in a way or another, and they have improved it, they have given more thought about it. So we will continue to see teachings of Montfort, but which are gonna be summed, added. I'm making up words, it's okay. They're gonna be more teachings. So we have Maximilian Kolbe, who is an incredible saint. He's a modern saint from the 21st century. He's a priest, a Franciscan friar, a Polish young man who dedicated his whole life to Jesus. He owned up to this promise he made to the Virgin about chastity, about purity. He became a friar. But 1917, as a seminarian, before becoming a priest, he consecrated himself to Mary. And he, not only that, he founded the militia of Mary. And he dedicated his whole life to helping grow the love for Mary in the world. And he did a very good job. So he ended up founding Niepokalanów, which is this huge city. Yes, a city. There were 800 Franciscan friars working under his orders, publishing materials, publishing newspapers. He's patron saint of communications. He's patron saint of prisoners, because he ended up in prison in the Nazis. Ended up killing him. And we'll get to know a lot more about him. I really encourage you to learn more about his life. I don't want to make this video too long, but he has an incredible life. He was very young. He became sick with tuberculosis. People, his superiors thought he was not going to do much. They put him as a confessor. There was not much he could do. And after that, not only he created a huge movement, and he ended up being a missionary in Japan. He ended up coming back to be the superior in this convent with 800 friars, but he ended up giving his life for another man. And that's what he's known for the way in which he loved Jesus Christ, the way in which he loved Mary, and how he has helped so many people to love her. So get to know him more. During this week, we're going to learn more about him. And above all, keep on with the Marian consecration and don't be discouraged.